Welcome to today's Emunah Minute. In today's Daf Yomi, in the Maseches Ksuvas Daf Ayin Vav, page 76, the Gemara records a fascinating concept. The Gemara says, Hamachlif para bechamar. So without getting too technical, so the Gemara describes the following scenario. Imagine you have two individuals, Ruvain and Shimon. Ruvain owns a para, a cow. Shimon owns a chamar, a donkey. Well, it just happens to be that Ruvain would like to go ahead and exchange his cow for Shimon's donkey, and Shimon would like to exchange his donkey for Ruvain's cow. Perfect shidduch. So the Gemara introduces a fascinating halacha, which is that let's say Ruvain, as soon as Ruvain takes possession of Shimon's chamor, of Shimon's donkey, Shimon acquires Ruvain's cow, his par, even if the cow is not physically present. A fascinating halacha. The great tzaddik Rav Shmuel of Nikolsburg said this is not only a halacha as pertains to monetary law, but it is an incredible concept, an incredible idea that teaches us about our spiritual lives as well. And the Rebbe says as follows. He says the word para, which we translate as cow, also references, he says, the neshama. The hine haneshama kiruya para. The neshama is also called the para. What is it? The neshama is called a cow, not a cow. If you look at the word para, it's the same word that's found in Periya Barivya. Peru or Ravu. What does it mean, Periya Barivya? To procreate. Says the Rebbe Shmuel of Nikolsburg, what does the neshama want? The neshama wants spiritual procreation. The neshama wants more mitzvos, more Torah, more ruchnius, more devekos, more connection. The neshama wants spiritual proliferation, spiritual procreation. Hence, the neshama is called the para from Periya Barivya. The neshama again wants to spiritually procreate. On the flip side, there's also a chamar. What's the chamar? Says the Shmuel of Nikolsburg, chamar is the same word as chomer, physicality, represents the body. And says the Shmuel of Nikolsburg, in life we have these two parts to our persona. I have my para, my soul, and I have my chamar, my physicality. But the Rebbe says sometimes in life we make the mistake. What's the mistake? The Gemara tells us what the mistake is. Hamachlif para b'chamar. Sometimes I exchange my para for my chamar. I exchange my soul for my body. Meaning what? Each and every day we make decisions. And decisions always come with consequences. And decisions always create brand new realities. We like to think, as the famous adage goes, you could have your cake and eat it too. I think the only thing that actually applies to is cake. You could eat your cake and have it too. But in the rest of life, when you choose A, by definition you're giving up B. You choose B, you're giving up C. Every decision has a consequence, and every decision creates a new reality. And that, says the Rebbe, the Gemara is trying to sensitize us to. When we are faced with a decision between the soul and the body, when we are faced with a decision between ruchnius and gashmius, spirituality and the material, what do we choose? What do we choose? Do we choose the para, or do we choose the chamor? Or to narrow it down a little bit, maybe to focus in a little bit more, that sometimes we get so caught up in the material, we get so caught up in the chumrius, we get so caught up in the chamor, that we don't realize that when we choose the chamor, we're giving up and we're sacrificing the para, we're giving up our neshama. How often in life does it happen that I am overwhelmed by a desire, by a want, by an urge, and I satisfy it? And dear friends, how long am I satisfied for? 5 days? 5 hours? 5 minutes? The satisfaction only lasts for a limited amount of time. But in the pursuit of satisfying that physical urge, in the pursuit of feeding the chamar, feeding the physicality, I've sacrificed my spirituality. I've given up on the para. I've let the para get away. Right? The para ran away. Spirituality, spiritual opportunity is gone. In life, we have to do this constant cost-benefit analysis. If I'm going to make a decision, what am I gaining and what am I giving? What do I get and what do I have to sacrifice? And we have to be so careful that in the pursuit of satisfying the chamar, the body, we don't end up neglecting the para, the soul. Maybe Zochem Yirtzeh Hashem, as we approach our decision-making processes in life, to think about which decision aids the chamar, which decision aids the para, which course ultimately, again, may satisfy the material side of things, but will leave the para, will leave the soul hungry and deficient. If we bring this level of discipline to our decisions, then ultimately, again, hopefully, we'll make better informed decisions. We won't have our cake and eat it too. But at the end of the day, sometimes I'll realize, I have to right now, I have to focus on the chamar. But there are many other times that I have to focus on the para. Maybe Zochem Yeres Hashem to possess this wisdom, to make the right decisions, to of course always take care of the chamar. Because one needs a healthy body, one needs a healthy physicality, one needs to be physically sustained. But at the same time, make sure to never chas v'shalom totally neglect the para, the beautiful neshama we've been gifted. Wishing everyone a wonderful day.